Dallas Cowboys, make bold move. What the signing of Solomon Thomas means for the future of their defensive line, the Dallas Cowboys have wasted no time in reshaping their roster, making significant moves in the early days of free agency. On Tuesday, the team made headlines by adding 2 former first-round picks to their defensive front, marking a clear departure from their passive approach to free agency in previous years. Among these new additions is defensive tackle Solomon Thomas, a player once regarded as a can't-miss prospect and now looking to revitalize his career in Dallas. But what does this signing truly mean for the Cowboys? How does it fit into the larger strategy that the front office is seemingly deploying this offseason? Before we dive into the details of Thomas' impact and what this move signals for the Cowboys, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to stay updated on every major signing, trade rumor, and in-depth team analysis. Your support helps us grow and keeps you informed on all the biggest stories shaping the NFL landscape. Now, let's break down why Dallas targeted Solomon Thomas and how his presence could change the team's defensive approach in 2025. Cowboys take a different approach in free agency, unlike previous off-seasons, where the Cowboys largely stood still while key contributors departed. This year has seen a far more aggressive approach. The addition of Solomon Thomas, along with defensive end Peyton Turner, signals a clear intent to rebuild a defensive line that was heavily depleted over the past year. The losses in the trenches have been staggering. The departure of Dante Fowler Jr. and Dorrance Armstrong, who followed former defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to the Washington Commanders, created immediate depth concerns. Meanwhile, Neville Gallimore and Jonathan Hankins signed with the Dolphins and Seahawks, respectively, further weakening a unit that struggled at times in 2024. Compounding the issue, the Cowboys endured a wave of injuries that decimated their defensive front. Promising young pass rusher Sam Williams suffered a season-ending ACL tear during training camp, while second-round rookie Marshawn Kneeland was limited to just 4 full games before injuries sidelined him for much of the season. The biggest blow, however, came with the prolonged absence of veteran DeMarcus Lawrence, who missed the final 13 games of the season, leaving his future with the team uncertain. Meanwhile, Chauncey Golston stepped up in a breakout year, only to sign with the New York Giants, further emphasizing the need for reinforcements. With so many key players leaving or facing injury concerns, the Cowboys could not afford another passive offseason, and that's exactly why they moved decisively to strengthen their defensive front with Thomas and Turner. What does Solomon Thomas bring to Dallas? At 29 years old, Solomon Thomas is no stranger to adversity. Originally selected 3rd overall in the 2017 NFL Draft, he entered the league with sky-high expectations, but struggled to live up to his draft status early in his career. However, in recent seasons, Thomas has reinvented himself as a versatile, high-motor defensive lineman capable of filling multiple roles in a defensive scheme. While his pass-rushing numbers have never been elite, Thomas has proven valuable in rotational roles, bringing experience, physicality, and leadership to the teams he has played for. His ability to line up across different spots on the defensive line gives Dallas flexibility, allowing them to rotate personnel effectively and keep their pass rush fresh throughout games. More importantly, his tenacity against the run and veteran presence will be crucial for a Cowboys defensive front that struggled with consistency in 2024. The coaching staff will likely count on Thomas to anchor the interior and provide stability, something the team desperately lacked last season. Have the Cowboys finally learned their lesson? One of the biggest criticisms of Dallas in recent years has been their lack of urgency in addressing key needs through free agency. The defensive tackle position in particular has often been overlooked or addressed too late, forcing the team to scramble for last-minute fixes. Last year's mid-season desperation moves, which included bringing in Jordan Phillips and Linval Joseph to patch up a struggling defensive front, were poorly executed and ultimately ineffective. The hope is that this off-season, Dallas is taking a more proactive approach, ensuring that their roster is fully equipped heading into the 2025 season, rather than scrambling to make last-minute adjustments when it's too late. With Thomas now in the mix, the Cowboys' defensive line is taking shape, but there is still work to be done. The team holds 10 draft picks, thanks to compensatory selections, and will likely continue investing in young talent to build depth. However, by making moves like this one, Dallas is finally showing a commitment to strengthening areas of weakness before they become glaring problems during the season. What's next for Dallas? The Cowboys have taken their first steps toward fixing a defensive line that was decimated last season. But is it enough? Will Thomas be the veteran presence they need, or should Dallas continue looking for more reinforcements in free agency or the draft? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Solomon Thomas was the right signing for the Cowboys, or should they have gone after a different defensive tackle? Drop your thoughts in the comments and type Cowboys building a defensive wall if you believe Dallas is making the right moves this offseason. And if you want to stay updated on every major Cowboys move, free agency signing, and breaking NFL story, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us grow and keeps you informed on all the biggest stories in the league.